That's the Joy. This is the channel where we listen, learn, and grow from great inspiring stories told by women featured here. And so if you're new here, karibu sana, head over and subscribe to my channel. And if you've been here before, thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for so much more coming your way. So today we have a very special series, and this is a very, very dear series to me because it's a journey I have been on, and the series is going to be called My Postpartum Journey. My Postpartum Journey. Yes. So I have been on a very long break. So I was expectant, and I decided to take a very long break from social media content creation. I just felt that I need to be in my space, in my world. I don't know. There are others who feel like it's good to be out there, see what the Lord has done, and for me, at that time, I think I just felt like I felt like I should just be in my own zone, in my own space. So I took a long break, and baby came in July. She came out well. I am a CS mom, so my firstborn daughter and my secondborn daughter are both CS, and I'm really grateful to God for the journey because it was just a long journey that you will just hear through this series, that I will point out a thing or two. So I felt that there could be mothers out there who would like to know how to handle some issues in their postpartum journey, or even just learn something, how to maneuver, some hurdles, or even just how to relax, because with postpartum there's a lot. After birth there is a lot that comes with it. And so I know how much, talking about postpartum, you could be, we could take a whole day. And so I divided it into 4 main questions, topics, themes. The main reason why I'm doing this today is because it's my first day at work. I am so grateful. I'm so grateful to be able to leave the house and come to work. It's been a journey, yeah? So today is my first day at work. As you can see, I couldn't even do makeup. I had a lot to do in the morning. That I couldn't, make sure the milk is fine, the nanny is fine, my toddler is fine, as in there's a lot that was going on, and I couldn't manage to do any eyebrows. Maybe tomorrow I will take a picture and share if I look, more chic and everything. But today I just wanted to be real and candid about these conversations, yeah? So the first question or the first topic is my body after birth. As I mentioned earlier, I am a CS mom, and immediately after CS, there is now the healing bit of the cut. I couldn't walk, yeah? I couldn't walk as fast. I was being assisted to sit uprightly. Like if I went to use the washroom, I had to be assisted to sit uprightly. There was a lot of bleeding that comes with it. Thank you, Moyo Comforts. They had very nice, liners that are very thick, and they don't leak, and they're like panties. They were very comfortable, to be honest. So there's that. There's the bit where I couldn't do a lot of activities, and that really frustrated me because I think I love to do, I know I love to do things by myself. I love to clean, I love to cook, I love to, move around, play with my little one, my toddler, and I couldn't do most of those things, and that was frustrating for me, to be honest. The other thing was my body change. yes, I was already a big girl. I wouldn't say I was slim or anything, or with a cinched waist or anything, but there's a bit of me that expanded more than the usual. So there's an extra flabbiness that came, with the stomach and everything. The stretch marks, not so much. Actually, this time I didn't get much stretch marks. The other thing was, what was the other thing? I didn't really feel depressed about my body because, as I said, earlier on, I was not really small. So the difference was not extreme. It's just the extra flabbiness that came with my belly. Yes, there was that. There was also the bit of milk. When you deliver, you're thinking milk should be here now, and it took a bit of time. It took a bit of patience with myself, and I think that was really the body changes, and they were happening. So it's like all of them happening at the same time, because as I'm waiting for my milk, I also can't sit on the washroom. I also can't laugh so much. I also can't walk so much. There was a lot that was happening in such a short span of time, and I needed to adapt to it, right? So that's what I can say. After birth, my body was not mine. No matter what, it was different. My skin, I've forgotten about the skin. The skin turns black, like on the neck, you become very, 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 very dark. And there's also a line that is on the tummy that goes over time. But now my skin became very dark. And even after birth, it was still as dark. And then I had patches of dark patches here and there, hyperpigmentation. Yeah, so that was what was happening in my body. And I think for me, it was a lot all at once, but I wouldn't say it depressed me. I was just concerned, when am I going to start working on this body? This is, for the first time, I was thinking of gym. Like, I really want to go and join the gym for real this time. Guys who know me have been saying, oh, I'm going to the gym, No, this time it's for real, for real, for real. You go to a weighing scale and weigh your weight, and you're like, what to do, guys. Anyway, yeah, so my body after birth. The second question is finding myself again. When it comes to finding myself again, I think I really had the toughest time because I struggled with nannies. I struggled with nannies. I have been to bureau, one bureau after the other. It was crazy. It was crazy. I don't know. I don't know how many people I have called, asking them to give me a referral, asking me to give me someone to interview. I spent a lot of time after birth, immediately after birth, trying to figure out how my children can be taken care of without me being involved and my husband being involved. Like we spend a lot of time thinking about what to do and where to go. There were so many things, that were happening at the same time. So finding myself again was difficult because I was so overwhelmed by the tasks that were ahead of me. I needed to recover. I needed to take care of my toddler. I needed to take care of my baby, and I needed to be there for my husband. There was a lot that was happening, Eventually, over time, I made a conscious decision that I need to spend at least, an hour or two during the day by myself, maybe on walks. I would take the kids to my mom's place, or, hubby would stay with the kids home so that I could take a walk, so that I could do whatever I like to do, if it is checking out things in a shop, or I just spent time with myself for about 2 hours. I'd take a walk, I would, meet up with someone, a friend, a neighbor, chat for the day. I don't know. I intentionally spent some time off the children and my family just to try and find myself again, right? I also made a conscious decision to be happy. I can only make myself happy. I cannot depend on a nanny for my family and my home to be happy. That was a conscious decision. It was not easy, but sometimes when I would just make a sandwich and we eat, or I'd just make, or we'd just buy fries and eat that for dinner, that worked for me. I didn't have to strain myself to please anybody, yet I had so much on my plate, yeah? So that's where I started to find myself. Taking time off intentionally, also consciously choosing joy, consciously choosing that, this nanny has come, she says she wants to go, let her go. Let me start all over, but love on my kids even more. Do some fun activity, take them to jumping castle, or even just take a walk or ride bicycles all day, or just sit somewhere outside all day. That is what I intentionally did to try and find myself. The thing about finding myself as well, at some point I had lost a bit of hope of going back to work, because I was trying to put myself in a situation where work is tomorrow and I don't have a nanny. Am I going to leave my kids? Of course not. Yeah. So I found myself struggling with what to do, or rather struggling with how to leave my children after my 3 months are done, after my leave is over, after my maternity leave is over. Many times I had conversations of quitting, and it's real. Sometimes it gets to a point you feel like moms should actually take a break with work and take care of little ones up to some point, at least up to when they are able to feed well or go for playgroup, and then now you can embark on other things. I felt that very strongly at some point, but I'm glad that I'm here. Today is my first day. So I'm here today at work, and I'm really grateful to God for the journey, because it was tough. Handling all those doubts and questions, it was tough, just tough. So yeah, and then third question is mom guilt and grace. So mom guilt, is when you want to put yourself first, and you need to put not even when you want, when you need to put yourself first, but you still feel like the children should come first, right? That's exactly what mom guilt is. And that's how I was feeling, every time I was trying to picture leaving the house, or every time I tried to picture coming to work. There's that bit of my children will miss out on something because I'm not present, but that is not true. With or without you, they can still grow and grow very well. So there's that bit, or there's the part where, am I doing enough? I had this moment, am I doing enough for my children? I had a moment where I was thinking, with the values that I have, am I really embedding them in the children? Are they getting it? Am I too harsh? Am I not so harsh? There's a lot that comes in between, but I needed to give myself grace and tell myself that one thing at a time. One time I was so frustrated, and I told my husband, we need to travel. I need to come out of this house. I need to see people. I need to see cars. I need to see. I think I really enjoy traveling and outdoors activities, and I kept on feeling like, I need to be out there, seeing people, traveling, and I'd carry my baby. We'd go. I'm so grateful that he's very understanding in that sense, that he didn't shun it away or he didn't ignore it. He actually went ahead and did exactly what I requested for. Like when I said I'd want to go out and travel, we'd go to some restaurant in the bundus, uko, ndani uko, and then spend the whole afternoon there, eat some nyama, some chips, come back home, and I'd feel so refreshed. I'd feel so different as opposed to staying in those four walls. Yeah. In the event that we didn't have the money, it's not every day you have money to just go and eat nyama, but we'd go for walks and come back. There's that change of environment that is very essential. And so I told myself, if my mind is healthy, my baby will be healthy. If I'm happy, my baby will be happy. If I feel excited and I give the energy in the room, especially to the children. I'm the one who gives the energy, so I need to be filled first. I give myself a lot of grace, even in terms of food. When it comes to my body, ideally, other people say, don't take so much uji, your belly will never be flat, it will never go back. Or someone would say, what else is usually said? Don't eat fried. I didn't have a limit, because at that time I'm dealing with my body, I'm dealing with my mental health, I'm dealing with the kids, and I'm dealing with a situation where I'm struggling with a nanny who wants to stay long term. That was a really big struggle for me. It was so big, but I'm so glad that I managed to consciously choose joy, to be honest. I think I'm gonna repeat this over and over, consciously choosing it over whatever else you're going through. So that was my mom guilt and grace. Fourth one is, how am I getting my glow back? How am I getting my glow back? My glow started coming. I'm not saying I'm fully, back, right? Because you wouldn't just call me for lunch and I'll show up. I'd have to really plan a lot. But my glow started coming when friends and family around me became very present, right? I'd have a friend come over, spend the whole day. I have a neighbor. I have actually three neighbors actually. We got children at the same time, so we're all in this postpartum phase, and would meet out in the sun out there and just bask and talk about how the kids are going, how we are doing mentally, how we are looking. We were looking wild. You don't have to look wild, to be honest. I don't think you have to look wild, but I don't know, to each their own, I think. But for me, I was feeling like, wow. I was just looking out there, everyone is kazanaing, umefunga tumbo. No, we have to funga our tummies so that our tummies go back to be cinched. So that's how I started getting my glow back. I started connecting a lot more. I started reaching out to my friends a lot more, because I wasn't doing that during my pregnancy and immediately after, like when I was heading towards birth, and a week after that. I was a bit in my cocoon because I felt like I was going through so much and I didn't have anything to pour out, and no one was filling my cup. So I felt like, I should just be in my corner, in my space, and do my things, but that was not the remedy. when you connect, you gain so much more. So every day not every day, every other day would spend time, basking in the sun. That's how I started getting my glue back connections. I'd text my friends a lot more. I'd be on social media a lot more and comment and like and laugh. So that's how I started getting my glue back. Then in terms of eating and everything, I've mentioned about collagen. Collagen has really helped me, to be honest. I'm not losing hair, I was worried about when breastfeeding, people shed hair. So at least my hair is not shedding as much. My nails are very strong, like they're very, very, very well hardened. And also my wound, it has recovered faster. So that's how I was getting how I'm still trying to get my glow back. I'm not fully there, but from where I have reached, I have, the moringa, the collagen, very important, very, very important. And then of course, if you can manage fenugreek, I couldn't manage fenugreek. But there's the fenugreek, all those seeds, dill seeds, fennel, that help with the milk production, they help with bloating and all those things. I couldn't manage those ones, but they help someone recover faster and have consistent flow of milk. So I also have been using toners, like very good toners for my skin. What else? A skincare routine. Yeah, so that's how I've managed to get my glow back. Connection, investing in my skin, investing in my health and body, and appearance. Yeah, it gives me some sort of confidence, right? I would say it's a day at a time. I'm not yet there yet. Weight-wise, don't even ask me, because that's another journey of its own. Of going to the gym, that's what I would like. You don't have to, but I would like, because I think I love consistency and I think I love being in some sort of system, than doing it myself, especially for my weight loss. So that one we shall update you as time goes. But for now sisi tuko kwa easy appear what you see. Yeah, so that's how I've managed to get my glow back. But I would say to any new mom or any mom out there, connections are very important. There are people who are blessed to have family and friends around, or rather close family around, where you have your sister spend months with you, handling the baby. You can be able to rest and sleep and all that. There are people who don't. But whatever your situation is, make it work for you, of course. But I think the worst thing is being in a corner and closing off your connections. That makes you depressed, and that heightens every challenge that comes your way. And some of these challenges could be normal. Yeah, I don't think I'm the only one who's struggling with nannies, but the fact that you have no one to share with, or you have no one who's helping you achieve something, it can really heighten the problem. Yeah, it can make it look bigger than it really is. Yeah, so I would tell any mom out there, you need people around you. Yeah, anyone who's around you should come and be a blessing, get you out of the house. You need that. You need as much people around you. Of course, not overwhelmingly so. Ati baby anafaa kuoshwa hivi, baby anafaa, no, not like that, not in an extreme way, just in a simple way, like being there to support your values and how you raise your child. Sometimes I say I'm a YouTube mom. To be, I'm proudly so, because some of the experiences I have seen and learned from YouTube, and from the right people, from professionals on YouTube. There are professionals on YouTube who have actually helped me learn a bit of things about taking care of my little ones. Shout out to Hubbard. You can check out that YouTube channel. I can link it somewhere here on the screen. Emma has been a blessing. Her content, she is thorough, she understands what she's doing. So for Emma, it's taking care about the baby. It's not about you, it's not about the mom. But in terms of knowing what the baby is going through, the phases the child is going through, she's been very helpful, very, very helpful. Yeah, so I would say connect, research, and love on yourself. That's what I would tell a new mom or any other mom out there. Connect, research, and love on yourself. As much as you love your family, as much as you love being a mom, you love doing the things that you're doing, please remember to also love on yourself. So for the final bit, a very important segment, an aspect of life, my journey with God, my walk with God, my time with God. Now, with that, I will not lie that I have sat down, reading the word, hours on end, praying. To be honest, I have learned to pray on the go. So maybe I'd be doing something, then I'd come across a verse, and I'd pray over it. I'd spend a minute to pray over it. But the family altar that we have, maybe has tried to ground me on the consistent prayer time. But in terms of my personal prayer time, I have learned to pray on the go. Maybe when I'm with the kids, and something has happened, or I've experienced some kind of flashback or emotion, and whisper a prayer. Maybe when I'm walking, when I'm going for the walks, I'd whisper a prayer, tell God, now look at this nannies, what is happening to me, all those things. I'd pray over my house as I'm walking. So I kind of developed a culture of walking, or rather praying in the midst of activities and in the midst of things. But I'd definitely like to hear how other moms have done it, because I think prayer time and spending time with God is a very essential aspect of life, not just a postpartum journey, but just of life. And yeah, so that's where I'm at with my relationship with God, because you can't pour from an empty cup. It never works, ever. It never works, ever. So love on yourself, do the things that make you happy, do the things that excite you, so that you can have even more energy to produce more milk. Myself, I struggled with ensuring baby fully breastfeeds. She does breastfeed in the evenings when I come from work. Yeah, she does breastfeed in the evening, but during the day I put her on formula, simply because I have struggled to master my milk production, because initially I'd breastfeed her the whole day, but it gets to around 4-5 p.m. and I dry out of milk completely, and that really frustrated me, because I'm trying to think what happens in the evening, and when a baby is hungry, you can't sleep, you can't even put her to bed, there's nothing you can do, she has to feed. So that's how I decided to put her on formula and make her a bit get used to it before I come back to work. But I would tell any mom, if you want to enjoy your postpartum journey, you must connect, you must research, and you have to love on yourself. Love on yourself. Yeah. And that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for so many other women featuring here on my postpartum journey. Cheers guys, till again next time. Bye.